4dmbox.com here, and we're going to be checking out Matt Walsh reveals YouTube demonetized him and how he's fighting back. And apparently, Matt Walsh was making about $100,000 a month from just YouTube ad revenue. So let's check this out. Daily Wire host Matt Walsh said Wednesday that YouTube temporarily demonetized his channel for talking truthfully about the trans activist Dylan Mulvaney, but then revealed how he will be fighting back. Walsh, speaking at the University of Iowa on the topic of transgenderism, announced that his full show would now be available for free on Daily Wire Plus and on Twitter. Unlike YouTube, neither the Daily Wire nor Twitter will demand that Walsh kowtow to leftism. If I simply respect the preferred pronouns and stop accurately gendering people, then I can likely continue to do my show on the platform, get it remonetized after a short probationary period, and continue making over $100,000 a month on YouTube ads, right? So he was actually making over $100,000 a month just on YouTube ads. Now, to put it into perspective, right? He got 34 million views in the last 30 days. So that means that he's had like a pretty good ad revenue as well. I guess like maybe news is like pretty like decent for ad rates. So, I mean, he was doing pretty good. So let's see. He had 31,467,000 in the month of March. Month of February, 30.6 million, 32.9 million, 30.6 million, 31.0. By the way, there was one month, right, where he got 70 million video views. That is insane amounts of money. Like insane amounts of money. We're talking like, depending on the ad rates, anywhere from like, because apparently he has pretty good ad rates, like 40 million or $400,000, potentially up to like $800,000 depending on the ad rates. So this is actually like, it's kind of crazy. Like he's getting like a crazy amount of views. Crazy amount of views. And it also kind of goes to show people like YouTube, if you do get a following, is a very big moneymaker. Now, what you also got to ask yourself, right? Regardless of where you sit politically, if you knew that over a six-figure income stream would be taken away from you if you were to continue to do something, would you continue to do that thing and lose that income stream, right? Like, it's something to think about, because for many people, right, $100,000 is life-changing money. Now, it's probably not life-changing money for Matt Walsh, because the guy's probably making multiple millions of dollars a year. But for like the average American, or basically anyone really, making 100K a year would be great, right? But imagine making over $100,000 from one income stream. And let's say that you got 4 different income streams and one of them pays you over 100,000. Like, that is some crazy revenue, right? Like, seriously, that is insane revenue. Because after taxes, with just that one income stream, you're basically clearing what, like about like 600 grand, 6 to 700 grand, like after tax for the year, which is pretty nice. I mean, of course, it depends on the state that you live in too. But I mean, that's some crazy amount of money, especially when like you factor in you potentially have no debt at all. You're putting all that money towards like investments as well. That 500, 600,000 after tax could just compound nonstop to where, like, this is the crazy thing, right? A lot of these like talk show people that have big YouTube channels or big like platforms like this, if they structured their investments right, they could become one of the like some of the wealthiest human beings on the planet and can continue to do whatever they're doing without ever worrying about money, right? So what I really want to get across in this video, right? If you are someone on YouTube or whatever platform and you're actually making really good amount of money, make sure to pay off your debt with that money. Make sure to have an emergency fund. Make sure to automatically start putting money towards your future, like retirement and stuff, right? Because say that you don't have any house payments, any car payments, any debt payments. You got a year's worth of an emergency fund because you're just making so much money. And you have hundreds of thousands, if not millions and millions of dollars in retirement accounts. You could keep doing whatever you're doing, especially if you're in the political space, and not care what would happen to you in terms of like your job or career, because financially speaking you are 100% set, right? This goes for anyone who's on the right, on the left, in the center, whatever. Or maybe you're even doing just like content that is just not family friendly and could just be taken down, right? Because a lot of people end up doing maybe some sort of content that maybe YouTube just doesn't like. Maybe these platforms just don't like. So you should really structure your money in a way that you could basically continue to do whatever it is that you're doing because you want to do it, and basically you are financially independent and retired early. So let's see. So in other words, all I have to do to keep the money in the platform is give up my integrity and my soul, he added. And to that I say, hell no. No way. So Walsh's YouTube channel will still publish select content for his 2.3 million subscribers, but the full show will only be available on platforms that allow him to speak the truth unabridged. He described the decision to pull the full show from the platform as easy. I will not give my show to YouTube if it means I have to cooperate with and affirm the very ideology that I've been battling all this time, he added. But still though, like, I mean, to me, like, seeing these like numbers is just kind of like insane to me. Like like when you compare it to like the average American income, it's just insane. So Jeremy Boring, co-CEO of the Daily Wire, revealed Wednesday that there was an onslaught of cancellation campaigns targeting Walsh, as well as his fellow Daily Wire hosts Brett Cooper and Michael Knowles. This week, Knowles was evacuated from the University of Pittsburgh due to violent protesters who showed up during his speech, and Cooper was permanently banned from TikTok. Like, TikTok is like a really weird platform. Like, recently, like, well, actually not too long ago, I uploaded like a point of view TikTok that got over like 1 million views. And it's just like, it was like a really lazy, not caring about it type of video, and that thing got over 1 million views. Like, it's crazy. TikTok is crazy. And by the way, for some reason, every single TikTok video that I upload gets automatically marked as not content appropriate, even though it's just finance related content. It's completely crazy. So Boring called out tech giants YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok for capricious fact checks, demonetizations, and bans against the Daily Wire host. He also revealed that software companies HubSpot and JW Player have abruptly canceled service with his company from their platforms as event management site Eventbrite did previously. Boring, like Walsh, promised that he won't give in to the left's demands. YouTube wants to keep Matt Walsh from being able to monetize because they know it would drastically stunt his growth and make his content far less viral. They expect us to throw a fit and play right into their hands. We won't, he said. Now, what people need to understand too, right? Regardless if you stumble upon this, whether you like Daily Wire or not, what you guys need to understand is that the way that they have their company structured in terms of how they make money is extremely tough, extremely strong. It has a very strong spine. They are practically printing money every single month, nonstop. They are making so much money that is insane, right? I think they got about slightly over 1 million monthly subscribers. So I think they're potentially making 10, anywhere from 10 to $15 million a month. A month, okay? So yeah, 100 slightly over 100 grand is pretty awesome. But when you factor in the company itself that Matt Walsh works for is bringing in 8 figures plus a month, right? That's pretty insane. So I guess if you are going to go down more so of either not family friendly or content that is a little bit spicy, then maybe try to think of different ways to monetize, or at the very least, not have only one income stream, right? Because, for example, let's say that the Daily Wire or Matt Walsh specifically only relied on YouTube ads for his income, right? Well, by the way, if you hear heavy breathing, it's a dog, it's a husky. So if something were to happen to that income, well, Matt Walsh would basically be screwed, or any other creator like him would be screwed, right? Because then you basically go from making slightly over 100K per month to now nothing. Just completely nothing is completely shut off, right? Now you might be able to make some money from sponsorships, but again, let's just assume that he wasn't doing anything like that. Let's say he wasn't doing any sponsorships, not selling any books, not selling anything like that, only had YouTube ad revenue to rely on, and also that was the only platform that he was on. Well, his whole career, his whole social media presence, etc., would just be completely gone, and he'd basically be screwed. That's the only way to put it. He would be financially screwed, and he would probably be safety screwed because he wouldn't be able to pay for security for his family, etc. So this is why it's very important to make sure that your finances are set up in a way to where you could weather through storms. But not only that, if you are running some sort of business, don't have only one income stream that you rely on. Build up different income streams so that you can survive if one of those goes down or one of those kind of decreases. So it's just something to think about. Another way to think about it, let's say that you have a company and you are a service-based company where you basically have clients paying you per month, right? Well, you don't want just one big client that's paying you 10 grand a month and basically no one else. You want to have that one that's paying you 10K, another one paying you 5K, another one paying you 2K, another one paying you 1K for whatever services that you're offering, just so that if that big account goes away, you're still able to generate revenue to pay bills and survive. So I just thought it was really important to talk about this because imagine you're a small YouTuber making a livable income. Let's say that you're making between 3K to 5K per month. And YouTube ad revenue is the only way that you're actually making your money. And let's just say out of nowhere, let's say that you were doing YouTube for 3 years and out of nowhere, YouTube just demonetizes you and all of your income's gone. You would basically literally have no other choice but to quite literally stop YouTube right then and there and go find a job to pay your bills because your money is just completely cut off. So just be very careful if you were to go into the social media space. And feel free to give your thoughts on this. To me, $100,000 a month is like pretty insane, right? But what I wanted to also show, let's see, meet Kevin YouTube ad revenue. Let's see. No. Let's see. So let's see. Go right here. So this is Meet Kevin on YouTube, right? Revealing my exact YouTube pay with 1.67 million subscribers. Matt Walsh was at 2 million subscribers. But what I wanted to show you, right? Because when I see $100,000, it seems pretty crazy to me. But I'm always like aware that something like this also exists, right? So right here, Meet Kevin. So in his estimated revenue, where he got 31.2 million views, right? And if we go to Matt Walsh, he got 34.116 million views, right? Which is slightly more. Meet Kevin made $263,865.85 in a single month, right? Which means that Matt Walsh probably made slightly above that, potentially, right? Because like as long as you don't basically cuss at all, you're somewhat family friendly. Your audience is like mainly United States based. You could potentially, with these views, get that revenue. Not always. It might be way less. Maybe it could be even more, depending on how specific of a niche that you have and what your content actually is on about. But this is some crazy revenue. But what I also want to show you is I think later in this video, is this it? Oh yeah, Meet Kevin made over like 2 million basically from YouTube ad revenue, which is pretty insane. Let's see, where is it? Is this one? Is this it? No. Is it this? Yeah. So with this one, in the selected period, your channel got 32,254,530 views, right? And he got 34. So who knows? Potentially, Matt Walsh might have even made like this amount, right? $522,644.72, which is what Meet Kevin made with only 32.3 million views in a month. Now this was December, where ad rates are extremely high. But still, like, I don't think people really understand the potential money that some of these like YouTubers, some of these social media influencers are actually making. Like, but again, you don't want to just only be relying on this one income stream, right? Like even Meet Kevin, he's got like affiliate links, products, whatever that he offers, a lot of them apparently. A lot of them. So he's probably bringing in like, I don't know, maybe like $30-40 million a year from all of his different income streams combined with YouTube, right? Same thing with Matt Walsh. He might be bringing in like maybe $2 million a year from ad revenue. Then on top of that, all the other income streams, he's probably bringing in close to maybe 25 million or more, right? Because Daily Wire is a massive company. So Matt Walsh is probably making crazy amounts of money, like crazy. So it's just something to really think about. Like you got to really structure your money in a way that you could weather through storms, regardless of how bad they end up getting, right? Because the thing is, like, you want to be able to do something like this social media stuff, whatever, if you want to go down this route. And even if you are not in the social media space, let's say that you're working like a job, right? You don't want that job to be the only income stream that you got, right? Like if you are working a 9 to 5 job, you do not want that to be the only way that you're making money. And what I mean by that, let's say for example that you are working that 9 to 5 job. What your goal should be is to maybe potentially save up a down payment and get maybe a rental property so that you could start bringing in rental income, right? Or maybe you could like house hack, have like your very first house where you start renting out the other bedrooms inside your house to bring in extra income. So that, let's say the worst were to happen where you were to lose your job or you were to break your arms or break your legs to where your job relied on your physical ability, but you can't work anymore because your physical ability is just gone. You want some sort of money coming in that you don't have to rely on your physical effort to actually make. Like, it's just something to think about, right? Because another way to look at it, let's say that you were able to build up an income stream that did not rely on you actively working for that income stream, or if it was, it'd be like a small amount of hours per week, but it made enough money to cover your living expenses. That would give you a lot of breathing room. That would make you feel a lot more financially safe. So it's something to think about, something to try to strive for, is to try to get some sort of income like that coming in, right? You could do Airbnb, right? If you got like a nice room or whatever house thing that you could end up doing something like that. You could house hack. You could maybe even just put your money, like invest your money in a way into like the stock market where it gives you dividends every single month. So that's another side amount of like it's another stream of income coming in. Maybe you were to work on creating some sort of like book or something, and that'll end up giving you recurring revenue. So it's just something to really think about, just to try to figure out a way to build up another income stream that you don't necessarily have to physically work for. Now, the rental income probably makes the most sense to me just because you're going to be getting cash coming in every month, which could pay for your living expenses, but to each their own.